deals with the rights of detained under ordinary law. Second is the ground of detention. Consult and defended by the legal practitioner before magistrate 24 hours excluding journey, to be released after 24 hours unless magistrate authorizes. So this is a protection which is given to anybody who is under arrest or detention. So it says that as per the law, he has to be presented before the magistrate within 24 hours unless until a magistrate authorize for such delays. These safeguards not available to alien or preventive detention detainee arrest under the orders of a court, civil arrest on failure to pay the income tax. But this particular rule does not work in certain cases of the given detention and presentation before the magistrate. Article 22, second part says protection to preventive detention or detainee available to both citizens and aliens, that is the foreign people who have come to India. Detention period not more than 3 months. After that, advisory board, high court judges and parliament can be prescribed more than 3 by law. That means if at all the case is prolonged or detained, it shouldn't be more than 3 months. Grounds of detention should be informed why it is extended for another 3 months with a proper reason. An opportunity to make representation should be given to the detainee. 44th Act 1978 reduced detention period to 2 months. Not yet brought into force, so now also it is 3 months. In paper it has been told to regulate for 2 months, so still it has to come on the constitution law or amendments under Article 22. Constitution is divided preventive detention, legislative power between center and state. So Constitution of India is divided into 2 parts. One part is called the parliamentary part or the main part of the Constitution, which deals with the preventions, detentions. Another part is of the state. So one part is of the center and another part is of the states. Parliament includes defense, foreign affairs, security of India. Concurrent includes security of state, maintenance of public order, maintenance of supplies and services essential to the community. Right against exploitation, Article 23-24. Prohibition of traffic in human being and forced labor beggar, Article 23 and 24. You cannot force anybody to beg. You cannot make people beg. You cannot make the children to beg. So on the street, in the streets or in other such places. Available to citizens and non-citizens, not only against the state, against the private persons, Immoral Traffic Prevention Act. So force in forced labor include physical, economic compulsion. State can impose compulsory service without pay but not discrimination on religion, race, caste and class. Prohibition of employment of children in factories under Article 24. Below 14-year children cannot be made to work in the factories, not prohibit in harmless or innocent work. It's merely regulated. So in 1996, Supreme Court offended employer fine of 20,000 if at all a child worker is found in the factory. 2005 Commission of Protection of Child Rights Act was implemented. Again, it was 2006 government banned employment of children into domestic servant or dhabas etc. as well. Cultural and educational rights, Article 29 and Article 30. Protection of interest of minorities only. Article 29, religion and linguistic or languages. Section of citizens can conserve language, script or the writing and the culture. No denial of permission of religion, race, caste, language to educational institution maintained, aided by state, Supreme Court and minorities as well as majority. Right of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions under Article 30. It includes the religion and linguistics only or languages. State compulsorily acquisition of property, not restrict or abrogate their rights. So the minority is defined here to have been protected under the educational institution and the rights and subject to regulation by the state, that is recognition and aid from the state, and only recognition also. Neither recognition nor aid, subject to general laws and not regulation. Right to constitutional remedies under Article 32. Machinery for enforcement of FRs when they get violated. 4 provisions are given. To move the Supreme Court not to be suspended except